Hey everyone, this is Luminous coming you guys with a Dota 2 commentary. And look at the teams. This is Navi versus Ehome, which means this is the grand final of the Gamescom International Tournament where $1 million, yes, $1 million US is on the line. Whole bunch of money. Navi, by the way, has been undefeated so far in the entire tournament, not dropping a single game, whereas Ehome is coming from the losers bracket, recently beating out Scythe. So here is where the standing is so far. Despite that there's no game being played so far, Navi is already 1-0 ahead because they are advancing from the winners bracket, whereas Ehome is advancing from the losers, so they're down a game. So first to 3, excuse me, best out of 5 series, Navi is already leading 1-0. So this is game number 2 technically, right? And let's look in the picks and ban here. We do have Ehome on Scourge, or on Dire, excuse me, opening it up here. They do ban the Night Stalker and the Ancient Apparition. Meanwhile, Sentinel banning the Anti-Mage and the Spectre. Now, if you notice, these bans is not standard, which because it's Dota 2 and there's only 46 heroes, so the pick and ban are a little bit different. And most teams is just picking whatever they feel most comfortable playing with. That's at least to me how it felt like. Most teams like, hey, we want to have this lineup, so we're gonna just pick this lineup. There's not too much countering, at least in my opinion. So I think that's where Ehome's ban came in. They banned the Ancient Apparition, which was constantly being picked by Navi. I think Navi went through the entire tournament and they played like probably the least amount of heroes because they knew what they wanted, which was Chen, Viper, Mirana, Ancient Apparition, and Enigma. And I think those are kind of the 5 they want. So being that the Ancient Apparition is being banned here, let's see what they're going to be doing. Meanwhile, on the Scourge side, Ehome is playing the Furion, the Storm Spirit, and the Doombringer. And Storm Spirit is a hero that I want to talk about. Storm Spirit haven't been seeing too much play lately, well, even in Dota 1 or even, you know, in the Dota 2 tournament. But this is Ehome we're talking about. Ehome has X, one of their best Storm Spirit, or the best Storm Spirit player. And the thing I really love to watch about Ehome.X's Storm play is his lane harassment, or just his laning, is so damn good. Not just about lasting, but also about denying as well, which is a huge underrated aspect of just laning. His stats usually comes down to something like 20 to 17. Like if you look at his lane, sometimes like maybe 3 or 4 minutes in a game, he will have 20-17, and you'll be like thinking, how the hell is getting so many last hits and so many denies together? So that's one thing I like about Ehome.X. The second thing about Ehome.X I love is that he always seemed to have like infinite mana in any type of ganking situation or any team fight situation. Now, assuming he's not using any hexes, which he isn't, Ehome.X has probably one of the best Storm mana management I have ever seen, and I think that's a huge aspect of Storm play. And let's see if that's what he's gonna bring to the table today. Meanwhile, on the other side here, the Viper is being picked so much, well, pretty frequently by many teams, but no teams have ever had the same success as Dendy's Viper, and he's been playing an exceptional Viper throughout the entire tournament as well. So this is going to be a huge clash between Viper versus Storm Spirit in the mid lane. In terms of last hit animation, or just animation wise, damage wise, the ability to harass, Viper is clearly winning, you know, in all of those categories. So it's up to Ehome.X to kind of wrestle this back from the Viper's advantage. Judging from the pick so far, it seems like Navi is doing for a little bit more aggressive play to have very mobile heroes, and here comes a Pudge, which, by the way, at the LAN tournament, when the Pudge was picked, the entire crowd went absolutely crazy, and the DCCom guys were there, and they told me like when Artstyle picked up Pudge, the entire building just like, oh my god, woo! Like it was crazy. So, which by the way, I don't think Navi is sticking around because there's $1 million on the line, right? This is actually a semi-serious pick. Of course, a part of it is like we're in the grand finals. There's a huge crowd watching us. Let's entertain the crowd. That's a part of it as well. But the other part is Navi art style is actually a really good Pudge player. So you know we're gonna see some good Pudge play from him today. But we have Prophet. Do you see his legs moving? Because I don't. Like, PLT right now is doing some huge Michael Jackson impersonation right now, because he been moonwalking hardcore, and I don't see anything. which worth noticing out. It seems like he's going to be doing a solo on the danger lane against a tri lane. And this is a very good pickup of the boots of speed, because in terms of Furion, if you ever get slowed or stunned, you are a goner. You have no HP, you have no stuns, you have no escape mechanism. You are done if you even get slowed. And it looks like he is going to be up against a Chen, Pudge, and the Tide. Yeah, I think that's going to be lane, because Potom is going to be slowing on the top lane, and of course Dandy's going to be on the mid lane. So a lot of slow, of course, from the Rod, from the Tie Hunter as well. If he ever eats a slow or maybe even a stun from that Chen, he is gone. So I actually like this boost of speed pick up very, very early. In fact, his starting gold. If you're trying this out, I'm not too sure, because it requires a lot of precise positioning as well. Boost of speed, of course, gives you movement speed, but it doesn't give you stats. It doesn't give you a lot of regen. You can see he only has a Tango. Looks like they're going to fly over the rune. This is a double damage rune. Who's going to pick it up? Looks like Line of Heaven, a little bit pissing out. He's going to take a lot of double damage hit. Look at him hitting very, very hard. And with that actually boost of speed and double damage, he can actually get a little bit of EXP, going for a little bit of harassment ability as well. So PMT lucking out. Meanwhile, looking on the Scourge side, we have 820 on the Venge, 357 playing the Viper. Doom is being played by FCB, which is Crystal, and of course Ehome.X on the mid lane. So we're going to see a trialing of some sort. Most likely we're going to see Veno and the Venge roaming quite a bit to help out the Stormster in the mid lane. But yes, Dandy versus X at the mid lane. This is the fight I want to look out for. But here, yeah, let's play a little bit closer attention to Furion, because I think this is where Furion is going to die first. Because here comes the Gush. Normally, I think the Furion would have been dead right there, because if the Puzzle was able to walk up and rot, yeah, he's a goner. But because of the boost of speed, Art Style's like, you know what, forget it. I'm just going to last a little bit, get level 2, and then go for the hook. Because once he's hooked, and then he eats Gush, then he's really gone. Looks like Furion might be a little bit in trouble, as we see Tie Hunter coming around as well. Ooh, there's another Gush, and looks like PLT very low HP. And is he going to eat a tree? Looks like he has a... No. Oh, he eats a Tango, okay. I think he's just better off walking all the way back. And it looks like he is going to just do that. So he actually wasted a Tango. And then he will walk... Yeah, basically he's going to walk all the way back, which isn't too bad, considering that he's not going to get any XP in the lane anyways. And then he always could use his teleport skill and come back into the lane. And Navi, I believe, is making the correct strategic decision right now. They're like, you know what? It's going to be difficult to kill this Furion, so let's just push. Because, you know, Furion has a boost of speed. But Furion cannot defend against any type of push coming his way. Because right now, because he's so low level, he won't have those treants really up. So, of course, he doesn't have any AO spell to work with either, and that's going to be difficult for him to defend in lane. He actually have to go really far back, barely dodging the hook, really well done. But yeah, he's got to be very careful, because if he eats a Gush and a Rot right now, he is a goner. And here's a Rot. Where's the Gush? Oh, Gush not being casted. I think he had the mana for the Gush, so I'm not too sure what that was about. Invisibility. Yeah, he definitely there's a Gush. Where's the hook? Where's the hook? There you go. There's a hook, and PLT is a goner. He's done. First blood being picked up by the Tie Hunter, and this tower is going to go down as well. Already at half HP. This Satyr creep, you know, doing a little bit of damage. Yeah, but the tower is going to go down for Navi, and that's a very early tower being picked up. Very well done by Light of Heaven, taking quite a bit of damage, but they should be fine. Gonna pay a little bit more attention to the mid lane now, as we see Dandy is... I need to get used to this system. Dandy is level almost 4, meanwhile the Storm Spirit just a little bit behind. But we do have invisibility coming in from the Viper, and now there's a pull as well. Actually, PLT teleporting in as well. Do we have any teleport support coming in from the Sentinel though? Looks like Dandy is going to go down one more hit. Yes. Looks like Venomancer get the last hit as well. Very good job by the entire Scourge team ganking the Viper, because really they realize that Stormster, yes, he could maybe handle the lane, but he really needs a lot of gank. At least until the Stormster hits level 6, he's going to need quite a bit of gank to get himself advantage. But now he's level 4.5, getting to his magic bottle very quickly. I think the Crow is flying on the way, yes, with the magic bottle. So now the Viper, now the Stormster should have an easier time in terms of hitting 6, and once he does hit 6, the Viper won't be able to kill him as easily, and he can have the rune control a lot easier as well, being able to use the zip to that rune. But looking at the top lane here, we do have Potom against the against the Doombringer, and Doombringer should be okay on this lane because he has quite a bit of regen and quite a bit of HP. The Potom can bully him a little bit, given that given that the Doombringer only has 1 armor to work with. So aside from that, given that the Doombringer always has constant support coming in from the Vengeful Spirit and also the Venomancer, the Potom has to play a little bit of stay array. Meanwhile, on the bot lane here, we do see the Pudge getting quite a bit level, almost to 4 right now, and the Furion gotta be careful. Yes, he has a boost of speed right now, but I think Pudge has lasted enough gold to get to his boost of speed. Actually, he does have the quick go, but he actually has opted for a Ring of Health first, which is quite interesting because I think if he went for boost of speed, he might be able to play a little bit more aggressive. So this is a sign that the 2 supports, the Chen and the TIE Hunter, is mostly gonna help out in the mid lane and just leave Art Style at the bot lane to just basically farm. Which is a very interesting choice. I guess they might want to have. Oh, it looks like there's a rot coming for PLT. PLT in trouble. Here comes a creep. So can he dodge? Is he gonna try to teleport out? I think he just walked himself to a trap because there's gonna Hook be coming in, and PLT is gonna be dead. Very well done by the Sentinel. I'm not too sure why PLT went all the way into this trap. I think he could have just walked straight back to home. Chen's creep is a Centaur, so maybe he was a little bit afraid of running into that stomp, but I mean, he could have juked it, but no big deal. Meanwhile, we do see 2 guys coming in from the Scourge team. They are smoked up. I think they smoked right under a Sentinel ward or a Radiant ward, so Dandy knows, or he should know. So, but he's playing a little bit stay away. There's a haste rune being activated by X, and here's the pull, and there's a teleportation coming in. But though, where's the Venomous Gale? Is he gonna hit it? There's a Venomous Gale, hits it as well. So Dandy might be in trouble. Dandy's gonna go down. Are they gonna keep chasing? Yes, Light of Heaven might be in trouble as well. PLT teleport in as well though. Chen in trouble. Are they gonna? Where's the matching missile? One more hit from the Venomancer. Prophet picks up the kill. Stormster being still very aggressive. Looks like Potom has joined the fray as well, but not able to get too much. Storm or Arrow just barely misses. So that is the end of the team fight. Very aggressive play from the Sentinel so far. Pudge not teleporting it in that last fight. Maybe because he was too low level. Yes, or not low level, low HP. He didn't have too much of anything. And did he even have a teleport score? No, he didn't. Looks like the Pudge doesn't even have a teleport scroll in the bot lane. So that's, in my opinion, a little bit of a mistake. Because generally, our style is pretty good in terms of helping out his teammate, and he should pick up a teleport scroll as soon as possible. Maybe actually after finishes the urn, and then maybe boots, but then the TP should be the immediate item afterward, because if you look at the Scourge lineup, they're very exceptional in terms of ganking. Of course, a Stormster could isolate hero from afar, and Furion is global, so Spherion and the Stormster are gonna give him a lot of ganking power, which normally I would say, hey, that's really good. But it's really odd from Ehome, because Ehome seems like, or it felt like most of the playing style is mostly, hey, let's just farm and out-farm an opponent and then carry the late game. But Ehome actually pulling a ganking kind of a style from their playbook. So let's see if they're going to be very effective in terms of shutting down Navi through the ganking path. Now the Furion is on the jungle now. He's only level 4, so it's not going to do too much damage. I believe that's a level 2 Force of Nature. Yes. Oh, actually, maybe even level 1 Force of Nature. So level 2 Sprout, maybe level 2 teleportation more likely, and then level 1 Sprout. So he's kind of putting his skill points here and there, but he needs to be effective in terms of ganking, and he's not getting too much farm. I think they're putting the Venomancer in terms of farm, which isn't bad per se, but I think maybe Furion is a little bit better in terms of farm. But it's really hard to tell what Ehome is thinking with their strategy. Maybe they want this Venomancer to get a quick level 16, so his ultimate will do massive AoE damage, or maybe they're waiting a Venomancer to pick up a mecha of some sort. Although I want to question, why can't Furion do the same thing, right? So meanwhile on the bot lane here, we do see Pudge still farming in a way, and this is very curious. I mean, they could give the farm to Pudge, or they could give it to another hero on the team. Let's say the Chen and Tai are pretty farm on farm. So yeah, it makes sense they're giving most of the farm to Pudge, but you know, he does have to earn now. It's just very. It doesn't feel right, you know what I'm saying, to see a Pudge just kind of whacking creeps away instead of ganking people, but it doesn't matter too much, I want to say. Vanguard is going to being complete on Doom, if I could ever select this hero. No, easier right here. He does have his Doom online as well, so he's quite tanky. Just bleed to speed right now, but Sobi Mask, which is interesting that he didn't have upgraded to anything. Maybe he's going to go for a late Ring of Basilius, or he's going to go for a urn. Neither choice is, you know, too bad, but looks like maybe the next gank attempt is on the top lane here, as we see the Scourge guys is coming around. There's the rune being spawned. That's the 8-minute rune. Who's going to pick it up? Venge, just pick it up. Okay. I'm not too sure why 820 just stood there and didn't pick up the rune. But they're going to kill this. They're killing this freaking Centaur. There's a stomp. Oh, he's stuck. And they actually use a pull from X as well. Man, they really hate this Centaur. Venomancer is picking up. What is he picking up? There's nothing on the Crow. Okay. Maybe just pick up boots? Okay, whatever. Looks like we're going to have some sort of gank attempt going to top lane here. As we see 820 and PLT. He's teleporting in. He's trying to get some kills. Looks like Xbox or Hovos is going to be the first one to go down here. As we see Freon picking a kill with his Treants. And now Freon gets a double kill. Really well done here. Pudge teleports right into the fray, joining the fight. And I think that's a good move. Actually, Jim taking quite a bit of damage, but he's got to be very, very careful. Meanwhile, Viper polished off the Venomancer at the mid lane here. Meanwhile, we do see Art Style still in the fray. Can he go for a hook maybe? There's a hook. It's going to hit the Doombringer. Very well done. Where's that fresh meat? Yes, Tower focusing on the Doom as well. Very well done by the Pudge, grabbing that unexpected kill against Doom, which by the way Doom is quite tank at this point of the game. So that kill means a lot, because Doom usually thinks, hey, I'm gonna be safe now. I have my Vanguard, I have Scourger, but Artstyle sends him back to the fountain. Very, very well done. What was that? Hand of God? There's a fight going on here right now as well here. Looks like Dendy might be in trouble. He does go down, but can he bring down PLT? PLT very, very low HP. He is actually going to survive. No, it looks like Puppy picks him down as well, but it looks like Puppy is going to go down to Stormster. Stormster out of mana at this point, but you know, the fight's over. And that's exactly what I mean about his mana management. His mana would always be done if the fight's over. Like, yeah, man. And now he's bottling up. He's going to look for a 10-minute rune, which might spawn on the top lane here. But so far, I'm really liking Ehome's play. Both teams is very even, 6-7. But you can see that Ehome is playing so aggressive. And normally, I'll be like, hey, Ehome, just play your game. Just play farm, because I think that's what you're best at. But they're showing right now they could play gank as well, playing it very aggressively as well. 357 farming up. He does have boost speed, magic wand, and that's pretty much it. I think he might be going for a quick Arcane. That wouldn't be bad. I'm not too sure why Ehome is putting so much farm on that Venomancer, and they're only sending the Freon in the jungle. Or maybe this is a attempt to maximize farm, as we see Venomancer gets hooked, and that should be the end. Stormster doesn't have too much mana going. Dandy doing quite a bit of harassment through his orb walking. Venge coming in a little bit late, and that is the power of Pudge grabbing those very easy kill. And which ward is this? This is a Sentinel ward. I'll be surprised if Viper or Venom got hooked and there's a ward right next to the Pudge, but. Anyways, I was saying that it's quite curious to give the farm so much to the Venomancer, or this might be Ehome's attempt to maximize their farm, which makes a little bit more sense, because you know that the Freon can farm in the jungle, whereas the Venomancer is less adapted to do something like that. So they're saying, hey, Venomancer, farm in the lane, my Freon's gonna farm in the jungle. Yes, this farm's gonna be slowed down a little bit, but at least we get you know, one more hero farming. So it makes sense if you want to think about it like that way. Meanwhile, Doombringer on the top lane here. Is he going to go for Face Base? Yes, he does. And he's going to go for Ring of Psias, standard item. And now he's going to go try to finish his, finish his Radiance. It's going to take quite a bit of time, though. So as this game is kind of boiling down to a mid-game farming phase, going to bring up the gold chart quite even, both teams. I think the Sentinel was leading quite a bit when they took down the tower, but now the Scourge team kind of answering back with a couple kills on their own. But let's look at the individual gold for a bit. The Doombringer is farming quite a bit. You can see has earned 5,000 gold. He's actually leading the entire game in terms of gold. Ehome player is farming really well. Pudge actually leading the farm on his own team, which is, oh, actually Dendy has quite a bit of farm as well, but Pudge right at number 2, so that's pretty curious. I don't know if Pudge needs that much farm, but they're giving it a lot to the Pudge. Meanwhile, we have X not falling too behind the farm, despite of his being ganking quite actively as well. So very good job by both teams. Man, I love these menus. It's like, yeah. I'm definitely gonna show more menus as if this game's allow me to do so. Which, if you can't tell right now, this is my own copy of Dota 2. And don't ask how I got it, because, well, you could ask. And I'll tell you that I've been really good boy this year. So Santa visited me early, and then under my tree, there was Dota 2. Yeah. Oh yeah, so let me show you a couple of cool menus in this replay feature. Oh, don't block up this replay bar, someone would say. So, of course, you could show a free view. So here's a free cam, which, yes, it's allowing me to move freely. What the heck is the difference between direct at camp? Because... okay, I can't move now. This is the hero chase cam, which should means the AI is controlling it, but I don't know why I could control it myself either. So maybe you could only set it up in the very beginning to make it work. And here's the coolest thing: you could use player's perspective. So, for example, if I want to learn Mirana play, this is exactly. Oh, I have to click on him first. Yes, do you see his? Yeah, you see his mouse clicks, and he's doing exactly this in animation canceling. So this is really cool when you're learning, you know, trying to learn hero. That's really cool. And of course, you see the fog. You can see the fog's right here. So this is real cool as a learning tool. I really like that. And is this working? Yes, it's working now. It's actually moving. So this is the camera that missed no action. So that's pretty cool as well. Gonna go back to the free camera. Yes. Okay, looks like we have the Sentinel team smoked up, trying to get something going. The entire Scourge team is really far apart, but I believe they all have teleport scrolls. Furion doesn't need one because he's Furion. Venge has one. Pudge does not have one, so that's a little bit curious. He needs to pick up one. Meanwhile, Storm Spirit actually is dodging a hook. Yes, he did. And looks like the Sentinel is going to try to get a little bit of mid push going on. Whether they can is another question. Doom is he responding? He needs to pick up a teleport score right now because a push is coming. Let's go, Doom. Yes, he is picking up right now from the secret shop. And this push looks actually quite frightening because they have a couple of big creeps. And here comes the Pudge coming in, trying to scare everyone away. Tower at half HP. And there's a Hand of God going off just to heal everyone up. Storm Spirit, it looks like he's trying to initiation. There's a Gale coming, a Storm coming zipping. There's a TP from the Doom as well. Yes, he barely misses it. And I think the Doom has win on the Viper. Here's a Test of Faith sending him back, and now Puppy might be in trouble. And so is the TIE Hunter. Pudge might be in trouble as well. Here comes a Sprout from the Furion. I think the Pudge is going to go down. He did land a hook, doing some damage. And here comes a Viper TPing back to the mid tower. Very well done. Swap goes on a Doom, and they should be okay right now. As Storm Spirit having enough mana to chase. He's very low mana. He's one more hit away. Not going to get Light of Heaven. But it looks like Doom is still in the center of things. Actually, Storm Spirit going very aggressively. It looks like he's going to die to the tower. A little bit of aggression from Ehome.X. And here comes the Viper. It's going to Orb Walk. Venge very low mana. Does he have another one for cast? No, only 80 mana. Here comes the Venomancer just trying to do a little support. I think at the end of that team fight, it was like a 2-for-1, maybe 2-for-2 trade. Very even trade. Looks like Navi is actually leading in terms of kill right now. Very good play by whoever was playing the Chen. Who's playing the Chen? Puppy, yes, Puppy playing the Chen. I'm not too sure if you guys noticed. I think the Viper got doomed, so immediately there was a test of Holy Persuasion, and then send the Viper back. And then Viper, I believe maybe after the Doom sent out, or maybe the Doom wasn't even on him, the Viper healed up and then TP back right into the center of team fight. So it was more or less like a free Aegis in that regard. So very well done, showing some of the combination of things you could do in Chen. And also, this shows the importance of keeping down your early towers, keeping up your early towers. Excuse me. They were able to do a little bit of teleportation trick, and then Viper was definitely saved Viper's life. I think if he was in the center of everything, he definitely would have died, and then wouldn't have accomplished as much. It definitely did a little bit slowing, and then had a hand in terms of killing X when X was diving like crazy. The Viper has a Vitality booster and a Strength Chest, so going for a very tanky Vitamin build. You can see that he's at 1300 HP already, and which I believe this should be the way to build this Viper in this game, especially against the ganking power of that Furion and the Storm Spirit. Not so much you might... There's a very high chance the Viper will survive against the ganking style of Ehome, but even if he doesn't survive, he will give him enough time for his teammates to teleport in, and hopefully get a couple more extra kills because he was able to tank a couple more hits. So that's a pretty cool thing. Looks like Pudge is looking for someone. I don't think he'd kill either. Maybe he'd go for the Venge, but not under the careful gaze of that Doombringer. It looks like his teleport... Invis rune's running out. He gets a hook, trying to go for the punch, but worse, there's a swap. I think he should winch it for the Sun instead. There's a Doom on him as well, but he's taking so much damage from the Doom and the Rot himself. Is he gonna kill himself? Looks like he's not gonna. Actually, Arstyle winning for very aggressive play. I'm not too sure whether that play is, that good. And this might give the Scourge team a chance to push. As looks like there's a Storm zipping in, going for the Potom. Potom does have another leap. He's trying to leap out. The Storm have enough mana to get another zip though. I don't think... Whoa, there's a Terror, but that should be the end of it. Yeah, there's no Doom for that to prevent the Potom from leaping. So I think the Scourge may be able to push if they want to do so, because the Pudge would have been dead for at least 10 to 15 more seconds. Even though they wouldn't have brought down the tower, they may have been able to do, at least 200 or 300 damage to it, but looks like they're going to just take this advantage to get a little bit more free farm, which isn't a bad thing at all. Again, we're seeing 357 continue to farm on the mid lane. Yes, he's farming, but he's getting wards as well, so it's very curious. He doesn't have too much item to show for his farm either, only 600 gold in his bank as well. Meanwhile, X doing a little bit better. He has a Ogre Axe in conjunction with his no talismans and Intreads, definitely going for that BKB, and once he does pick up the BKB, he's basically impervious to anything that Sentinel's got. The Radiant. The Radiant's mostly focused on magical damage. Sure, they have Viper and the Potom, but good deal both these heroes' damage also comes from the magical side of them, the Starfall, of course, the Viper O and things like that. So This Storm Spirit, once he picks up a BKB, he's going to be having a fairly easy time in terms of initiating and not being fearing too much. Last time he was initiating in, he was a little bit afraid of the Taio, and he tried to juke it, but just missed it a little bit. But in the next team fight, or whenever the team fight after he finishes BKB, he could basically zip in and don't care and pop the BKB and just go crazy and do maximum damage. Meanwhile, we have the Sentinel still trying to get a push going on. This tower is finally going to go down. I don't think Surge will be able to defend right now. Yes, that's another free tower going for the Sentinel, or for the freaking Radiant team. If I want to do a quick tower check, we looks like we have 1, 2 being taken by the Radiant, and Dire only picking one off themselves. So if I check the gold, the overall gold right now, we should see this Radiant team leading. It looks like we're going to see a little bit of tower trade. I think this tower trade is hugely going to go in favor of the Radiant team, and because they have pushed faster, and also because if they claim this tower from the Dire team, Dire's going to have a more difficult time in terms of TPing into any kind of a prolonged Roshan fight. Tower is going to be trade, but because this tower is still up, the Radiant is actually having a closer path to the Roshan pit than the Dire team, which is a very, very odd thing to say, because generally Dire teams have a heavier advantage in terms of any type of Roshan engagement because they're much more closer to it. They have towers to TP to, but right now key tower is being taken down by the Dire team, by the Radiant team, excuse me, so they should have an easier time in terms of taking Roshan. Of course, this towers need to be taken down as well, but I mean, the Radiant team is a lot closer. Of course, they have kept up their own tower, so if there's a Roshan fight happening soon, which I don't think there is, but if there is one, Navi team would have the advantage. Looks like Storm Spirit has picked up a haste somewhere. Where are you, Storm Spirit? Okay, Storm Spirit's right here. It's like, it's popping the haste rune. He must be ganking, but no, he's just in his base. Gonna quickly check out how everyone is doing in terms of farm. Ooh, actually, this is very important to point out. We saw the Radiant team picked up 2 towers, and then the Dire picked up 1 tower, but still, the Dire team is still leading. So that's pretty interesting to point out. Let's see how everyone's doing farm. Doombringer, look at this farm, 10,000 go already, by far leading the most. What this menu doesn't tell you is how many times he have died or how much go he's lost. So this might not be the most realistic number. Puppy's actually getting so much farm as well. Look at this gold, man. Marana and the Pudge, all these heroes that, or at least the Pudge and the Chen, generally you don't see so much go from these heroes, but they're getting so much go. Looks like they're going to try to end the game right now in this one push. Can they do it right now, though? They do have quite a bit of creeps. Yes, they do have the Wild Gun, which gives all the creeps armor, so that's pretty good. Actually, they're going to go for a trade. Here comes Ehome.X's teleportation scroll. Can they do the initiation, though? Tower's at quarter HP. It seems to be at 3/4 HP. There's a hook missing. Doom could actually just run in and tank a whole bunch of damage right now because he has Vanguard and Phase and Tower. There's a team fight going on. Venomaster dropping a huge ult in front of everyone. Doom is going to tank so much damage. He's tanking it right now from the Viper. Here comes a Raj getting 2 or 3 right now. Doom goes down immediately. Does he have buyback is the question. Vengeful Spirit getting some stun. Yes, Doom just bought back. Meanwhile, we have the Doom going on the Pudge, so he can't do too much. PLT is going to go down as well. Actually, Navi winning the fight right now. Is PLT bought? Yes, PLT just bought back. Where's the Storm Spirit? I can't really find out. Venomaster goes down as well. Does Z have the buyback? Viper grabs with double give, but here comes the Doom. Doom is alive. Dendy's going to go down. Pudge might be in trouble as well. Looks like 820 has gone down. PLT, yes, he has bought back, and looks like he's going to go on. Yes, Storm Spirit is senior as well, but he doesn't have enough mana. Here comes a good micro. He's using the, where's the stomp? He's not using the stomp. Yes, there's the stomp just for the slow, and he's going to, yes, what a good micro from Puppy. Exceptional play. Storm Spirit does not have enough mana to zip. Puppy, insane micro. Very well done. And he's going to make it out alive. Yes, Storm Spirit does not have enough mana to zip. Wow, that push, even though it didn't do too much in terms of structural damage, actually they did quite a bit because they brought down the tower to maybe, yeah, 3/4 HP, 2/3 HP, but whatever. They forced 3 or 4 buybacks from the Scourge team, and that's going to prevent the Doombringer from getting his item. That's going to prevent PLT from getting his item, which is going to be huge because right now, if you look at PLT, he's got the Mega. That's it. And Aaron, of course, but he's not getting, you know, he's not doesn't have a Dagon, he doesn't have a quick hex or anything, and looks like they're gonna go for the Roche by the nature because they're a lot closer to it because they're Dire, and the Sentinel team does not. Well, they could have TP to here if they wanted to, but it looks like they realized the Scourge team would not be responding that quickly, and they're taking fully advantage of being able to take down this Roche. And once Aegis does end up on the Storm Spirit, he could be a lot more aggressive. A lot of times he's just playing stay away, waiting for. Oh, actually give it to the Doombringer, which is quite curious. Maybe like, hey, we're gonna have Doom just run in and just tank the damage. Doom, by the way, has a Radiant finish, so that's pretty good. And this Doom might start to be a huge factor in this game because at this point in the game, Doom, I mean, he's gonna die, and he died in the last fight, but he makes the Sentinel, or the Radiant in this case, he make them commit a lot of spells on him, because he could actually tank quite a bit at 1900 HP with the Vanguard. He has a lot of regen, and now it's a very precarious situation for Sentinel. Do you not focus in the Doom and eat like constant Radiant damage, eat actually a lot of right-click damage, or do you focus in on Doom and yeah, you kill him, but he's gonna come back 5 seconds with the Aegis? So drop your item, bro. Yeah, so in the Sentinel, do you focus him or do you not? The best case scenario that the Sentinel could hope for is hook him out and then kill him in an isolated position, and then make his team to try to jump in and eat that tie ult. That would be the best case scenario. But that's kind of far-fetched, you know. It depends if the Doom's out of position. It depends if that hook is gonna hit or not, and it's not looking good. And now the Doombringer could just like, he could basically TP in right here, and that's gonna force the Sentinel to be fighting in a disadvantaged position. Again, do you focus and waste a whole bunch of spells, or do you not? And here comes the Doom. He's there. He doesn't even care. In comparison to last game, there's a Doom right on the Pudge, and they're gonna initiate right now. Venomancer dropping a huge ult, and here comes the tie as well. They're gonna focus on the Pudge. It looks like the Venomancer is gonna go down first, but it looks like Doom actually went down as well, but he's gonna revive back very quickly. Stormsphere in the center of everything finally needs to zip out Doom. Here comes Doom. He's back, and now the Pudge might be in trouble. Doom, by the way, oh, there's a hook on him. Are they gonna be any type of focus? There's a swap on the Pudge. Pudge is gonna go down, and Doom goes back down once again. He does not buyback. Buyback's on cooldown right now, and PLT's still in trouble. There's a Force Staff sending himself out, but no, 820 is gonna go down as well. Navi, I can't believe Blood playing so well. PLT goes down once again. The Stormsphere, here comes X controlling the game because he has enough mana. He actually, yeah, I think he went straight back to Fountain. He went straight back to the Fountain, healed up, and came right back. And by the nature of that move, he defended it. Man, it was looking really bad for Ehome right now. I think they would have lost the racks, the mid tower and the racks. But that was a very, very good push by Navi. It didn't force that much buyback, but the fact that they traded kills with the Doombringer and forced him to waste the Aegis, they didn't lose much themselves. I think they lost Viper and Pudge and maybe a TIE Hunter, but they got 4 or 5 kills from Ehome. So these are not the best trade in terms of winning the game, because I believe the Scourge, well, definitely the Scourge team goes into the game a little bit later. The Sentinel does have bottom, but aside from that, the Scourge team has a little bit more mid to late game advantage. But they're really threatening the Scourge team right now. They're making them waste gold on buyback. They're making them you know. Oh, last team fight there was not much buyback, but I was for a good duration of that last team fight, I thought the Navi team was gonna break high grounds and take the racks. And if they do take the racks, I'm gonna say it's Navi's game. But they're showing that despite they're facing him against a Radiant Doom with Aegis, they have enough DPS and good enough focus fire, which is a huge thing in terms of bringing down that Doom. So very, very well done. And now it makes complete sense for Ehome to give the Doom that Aegis, because actually, despite a Vanguard on the Doom, he went down so very quickly. Doom right now needs to pick up a playmail and then safer buyback, and then finishes AC, and then they would have a better chance in this game. But aside from that, like they gotta be very, very careful, because these team fights just shows that yes, Ehome might still be able to win it through the raw fact that they're rich and they could use buybacks, but it also shows that if they make one mistake, they will lose the racks, and in my opinion, they lose the game, because in this stage of the game against this aggressive pushing lineup from Navi, they will just lose the game if they lose one racks. And here comes Ehome actually answering back a little bit. They did get a kill on the Pudge, and because of that, they're gonna go for the first tower. And again, like I said earlier, this tower means a lot in terms of Roshan engagements, which won't happen for the next 7 or 8 minutes, but it means something in the game. And now it looks like the second tower might be in trouble as well, and that death from Artstyle is meaning a lot, as 2 towers being taken down in succession by this Ehome team. Very, very well done. If we check gold right now, wow, Ehome leading so much, 7,000 gold, which if you disperse between 5, each player is leading about 25, which might not mean as much, especially if the Ehome players have been using most of that gold in terms of buyout. But they're leading, which is a bad sign. If your lineup is not as late as Ehome, and the Ehome team is leading in terms of gold, only 28 minutes in, this is a really bad sign for Navi. Gonna check out how everyone individually is doing in terms of gold. Of course, Doom, by the way, leading. He did max Devour I think I saw him devouring a centaur creep somewhere. Ehome.X not too far behind, and both the highest farming hero is on the Scourge side. Meanwhile, we have the Dendi still farming quite a bit. The Potom not able to keep up, and that's the issue. They really need Hovos to keep up, but he doesn't have the farming room because they're mostly doing the pushes, and it looks like they're gonna do another push. I'm not too sure whether these pushes is gonna be this effective, and it looks like disconnected. Okay, they're gonna still play him, but yeah, this is gonna be hard. As we see, actually, what is this? A Black King bar being taken out by the Doom, and it looks like he's gonna use this Black King bar. He's gonna run straight in. Where's the Doom going? It's actually dodging that Ravage, doing quite a bit of right-click damage. Looks like Stormster has picked up a kill on Art Style, and this is looking really bad for Navi. They're unable to breach high ground. You can see that they're actually being chased back right now. Here comes Stormster zipping in. Who is he gonna focus? He's gonna focus on Light of Heaven. Light of Heaven's at half HP. He's trying to TP out. Looks like he's gonna make it out. Meanwhile, Potom TP's out as well. Very well done in terms of mitigating themselves from losing more and more kills, but you can see that they're not having enough DPS. Very curious choice from the Doombringer, going for magical immunity instead of armor, but against the Sentinel lineup it makes complete sense because Viper does not have the items to do physical damage. He has a Yasha, which gives you like 16 agility, and that's it in terms of damage. So plus 16, that's not too much to actually really go up against. Meanwhile, we have a Manta style finish from Rana, which is something. But in terms of using the Black King bar, it blocks the Ravage, it blocks a whole bunch of chance damage, which, you know, from the nuke. Ooh, it looks like Potom might be in trouble. Who is he gonna focus on the right one? He's trying to juke, and he actually juked the pool from the X. Really well played from Hovos. He's trying to juke around right now, but there's actually invisibility, Moonlight Shadow being used from him as well. Hovos pulling out all the stops. Does he have a teleport scroll though? His teleport scroll's on the cooldown. Maybe he's coming in right now, getting a little bit of assist from his teammate. Pudge going for the 820. 820 is being isolated. 820's gonna get killed. Very, very well done by Hovos, surviving long enough for his team to come back in. Is he gonna get an arrow on X? X might be in trouble. Is he gonna zip? He's gonna zip out just fine. Wow, Hovos, man, showing some expert Potom play there. Very well done. And Ehome's gotta be careful. I mean, they did very successfully defend that last fight right now, but if they lose like 2 or 3 outside, we're definitely going to see Navi, pushing right into the base, and that's going to be bad. Now, in terms of pushing, in terms of isolating, in terms of the next team fight, Navi is hoping for those hooks. They need to hit those hooks. Once they hit the hooks, if they hit the Pudge, I mean, if they pull out the Doom and isolate him and kill him quickly, then that's like a 5v4 situation or a 5v5 situation with the Doom with having one less buyback. So that's what they're hoping for. Really, in a straight up fight, I don't think they could take Ehome. They're just too far down in terms of items. They're too far down in terms of gold. I really don't think they could take it. But if they hit the cooks, they can win. So let's not forget how game-breaking hooks can be in this case. So all eyes are on Art Style right now. He's looking for some hooks right now. We have the 4 to 5 on the tower right now. Doombringer leading the charge because he can, but he's got to be very careful because it doesn't matter if you have BKB or not. The Dismember goes through magic immunity. If he's focused by 3 or 4 heroes, he will go down. I don't care if he has Vanguard or you know, Scourge of Regen. He's got to be quite careful. Here we go. We have, is that Pipe or is that Mecha? Might be Pipe, not too sure. Don't want to check it right now. Hook actually hits just a creep, so they should back up right now. But initiation comes from the Scourge team. We have the ult from Light of Heaven. That hits a lot of people, but Pudge actually killed the Vengeful Spirit. Here comes Ehome.X also having his BKB. Looks like Light of Heaven is going to be the first target from the Scourge team to go down. No, they're actually all alive right now. They did pick up 2 heroes. And looks like this is a 3v5, but the Scourge team still giving chase. They're going to pull off Light of Heaven. That's a 2-for-1 trade just right now, but they're unable to breach. They're unable to breach the high ground once again. Hook misses one more time from Art Style. And this is very curious in terms of, hey, why they're going back. Maybe they felt like the creep line's a little bit too pushed. They don't want to risk a Rax trade in this situation. But given that they did pick up both the Vengeful Spirit and the Manifestor, they might have to hope to prolong the push a little bit, or maybe they were not feeling as comfortable having already used the Ravage, having already used the Hand of God. Most of their big ults, they were saying, well, maybe we don't have enough stun duration, we don't have enough healing to continue with this push, and they're pulling back. And now, I mean, I'm not going to say that decision's right or wrong, but they just have to keep in mind that as they keep pulling back, they are losing more and more time. I think this gold chart is the gold difference is going to get bigger and bigger. Last time I checked, it was a 7,500, and now it's over a 10,000. Like this difference is going to go bigger and bigger, and that's not going to be in favor of the Sentinel team. Meanwhile, we have Pudge driving and kill somewhere. Doesn't matter too much. Pudge need to hit the hooks. in this general area. And it looks like, ooh. Oh, sorry. Did they trade kills? Oh, I guess they traded kills. Suicide and then they get killed. Okay, that's what I saw. And Pudge buys back. I think they're gonna use this opportunity to push right now. Yeah, they really want to win the game, Brandon. They're like, you know what? We just killed the Freon. He's got a couple of seconds, so let's get the push. But unfortunately for them, all the creep lines are very, very far away from the enemy base. So even if they could push across, I think that's just enough time for the Freon to come back alive. Is Roshan alive? Yes, Roshan is alive at the moment. So maybe that's what they're going for instead. Going for the Aegis on maybe the Viper? No, they're gonna go straight into base. And really, honestly, I don't think they can. TIE Hunter quite tanking, having Strange Shreds, Vanguard, and a Cloak of Defiance as well, but really, I really don't think they could. But we'll have to see. Again, Art Style could hit those hooks and change the tide of the game. I think Scourge is very comfortable in terms of initiating right now. PLT is alive right now. We do have a swap coming in from Dandy. Dandy in trouble. Dandy's going to be the first one to go down. Does he have buyback right now? Ooh, Dandy's still alive somehow. No, he got ported back into the base. Expert play from Puppy right now. Looks like Venomancer is going to go down. Ehome.X though in the center of everything. Hovos being forced to leap out. Here's a force tap on the Doombringer. Who is he chasing right now? I think he's severely slowed down. It looks like we have a 2-for-1 trade. Still, these trades are going in favor of Sentinel right now. I think Dendy's still coming back. Yes, Dendy just barely healing up right now. Wow, what a good play from Puppy there. That's, well,
double damage.
Yes, he did save Viper's life, but the thing is, these things are still alive. And, I mean, yeah. I'm not going to take anything away from Puppy's individual play. Definitely, that Puppy was like a sliver, excuse me, the Viper was a sliver of health away from death. And that Hand of God, no. No, Holy Persuasion, goddamn. That Holy Persuasion spell definitely saved his life. But the fact of the matter is, these two Raxus are still alive. So, I mean, I think Navi still, and that push made Navi, excuse me, Artsal waste one of his buyback. So, I mean, a buyback on Pudge doesn't mean too much, but he might want to extend his inventory a little bit, maybe making a playmail or something like that. But at this point in the game, I mean, if you want to see this menu one more time, yeah. The gold is hovering around there quite a bit. And oh yeah, one more feature I forgot to show you is that if a game is commentated previously, maybe in a LAN event, or maybe if in the future if I commentate a game, you could actually hear the commentary in your own Warcraft. That's pretty cool, right? Here's a little bit of Toby.
To see what he's gonna go for. You're probably gonna want that cheap stick.
Which the audio is very low because I had the game audio quite low. Here's a little bit of Chinese commentary. Yeah, that's I don't know. I think that's absolutely cool because that gives you the choice, the viewer, like, hey, I want to watch. I want to be lazy. I don't want to control the map myself. I'm gonna go on YouTube and watch a commentary there. Or some of the viewers want to see everything with their own hands. You know, they want to be perfectly controlling the. They don't want to see Luminous fail camera control, so they could listen to your voice or to my voice and then, you know, control the camera themselves. Or you could also in your own Warcraft, you could say, hey, I want to see one of the casters control. So they're seeing that Potom just porting out. Very well done. And these guys are still looking for him. Yeah, they're zipping around. Oop. Free camera. Uh-oh. What just happened? Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty cool in terms of replay watching engine. Viper just purchased the Manta style, which trying to increase their damage through the physical side because they have noticed that, hey, Doom has a BKB, Storm has a BKB, we need to do some physical damage. But right now we have a playmail being bought from the Doombringer, so Doombringer is also preparing very much so in that direction as well. And looks like we have the Sentinel trying to finish this game one more time. The Scourge team needs to back off right now. All of them are porting back. And we're going to see yet another huge team fight right in front of these Raxus. Gotta be very careful though if you're Ehome. A, watch out for the hooks. B, safe, go for the buyback. Do they have go for the buyback? I need to check right now. Current gold. Where's the current gold? Current goal. Only the Doombringer, only the Stormster have to go for buyback, which, by the way, is a very important hero, but they gotta be very careful, because if the wrong hero dies, they're gonna lose Rax. We have another swap going in. They have a Puppy. Puppy now can't port himself home. Puppy's gonna go down. Yes, Stormster grabbing a kill right now. Meanwhile, we have Pudge grabbing a kill. The Rax being focused down by Potom Illusions, but they're losing a lot of DPS because they're not focusing on their heroes. Instead, X still alive. Doom still alive. They need to... Oh, X might be in trouble, zipping around right now. Oh, he gets hooked. What an expert play, but he bites back right now, so and basically that's a free heal from the Scourge. And here comes Storm zipping back in. He's stopping the push code by killing the bottom, and now Light of Heaven in trouble as well. X still alive, zipping straight from the bottom here. Fountain, excuse me. Here Dendy trying to get something done by killing the Storm Spirit, but now Pudge has one down. And it looks like Dendy being forced to TP out. Where's the level def? No mana on the Doom, cannot level def. And at the end of that team fight, 3 or 4 have died for the Sentinel. PLT TPing right to the Scourge. Is he looking, trying to kill someone? He's trying to find someone. Not going to be able to find it because Light of Heaven juking. He's waiting for enough mana to teleport out, which is going to get it very shortly. Looks like they're going to go for the Roshan attempt right now, and this is going to force another buyback from Pudge. They don't have any towers to TP do, so they have to make quite a journey by walking there, and this is not looking good for the Sentinel team. Yeah, once the Aegis ends up on either the Storm Spirit or the Doombringer, most likely on the Storm now, because the Storm can't buy back in a very near vicinity, whereas the Doombringer probably should have enough gold to buy back, or did he just spend it quite a bit right now? No, Storm does have 2k gold right now, so maybe they will give it on the Doom instead, and have the Doom run in like a crazy madman like we've been doing so far. Yeah, it doesn't matter though. Whoever gets the Aegis, Storm Spirit is gonna pick it up. Whoever gets the Aegis is gonna just go in, tank quite a bit of damage, and just go ramble, whether it's a Doombringer or the Storm Spirit. Now with the Doombringer picking up the Shivas, now with the Aegis ending up on the Storm Spirit, they're gonna go for the win. And honestly, I think they could grab it if they choose to just go push right now. But they're gonna take it slowly because they have more late game, because the goal difference is absolutely crazy right now. And really, even though the Navi is leading in terms of kills, they're not gonna get. They're not gonna. Yeah, I think I said it long enough though. The barracks are regening, which by the way, racks will regen, but I think I noticed in one of my games that the throne wasn't regening, so that's pretty curious to point out. Of course, we can't check Throne regen right now because Throne hasn't taken any damage. But I think one of my games, we saw that the Throne wasn't regenning, so that was a big difference from Dota 1. I'm not too sure that was intended or not. Probably not. Just one of the things that maybe the Valve team overlooked a little bit. But they got 1,000,001 things in their mind, and probably the Throne regen was the last thing they really missed. But no big deal, no big deal. The game is mostly still the same. If you're Navi, what do you need to do? I really don't know, because I think they're doing what I've suggested, or what I've done if I was in their case. Basically, just keep pushing mid and hope Artstyle will hit a couple of hooks. So far, unfortunately, Artstyle wasn't able to hit a hook. He was able to hit a hook against the Storm Spirit at the mid lane, which actually, or over here in the last engagement, which actually I'm not too sure whether that was the best of things, because that allowed the Storm Spirit, which was out of mana at that point, to buy back, get full amount of mana, and zip straight back in and start focusing on the bottom. If he didn't hit the hook, right, the Storm Spirit would have walked very slowly back to the fountain, healed up for 5 or even 7 seconds or so. That would have gave the Sentinel team a lot of time to work on this rack. So maybe that was one occasion that you didn't want to hit the hook, and he did. So that was quite unfortunate for the Scourge team. Someone just finished his Guinsu. Storm Spirit just finished his Guinsu. And this is, or it's not called Guinsu anymore, because that would get Valve sued, because Guinsu is working for, was it Han or LOL? Not too sure. Now it's called Scythe of Vice. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Some of the item changed. I think the Planeswalker Cloak is just called Cloak now. Smoke Gank coming in from Ehome. Who are they going to initiate? If they're going to find one guy, that guy is dead. And that's going to be the free ticket to the high ground for the Sentinel, for the Scourge team. Scourge right now, I mean, I think they could go high ground in a 5v5 situation, but if they could grab someone, that is a for sure Rax. They're just looking for that certainty, and they are gonna. Oh, there's the TIE Hunter underground though. There's a tier just for side. There's a swap on him as well. They're gonna make him race a Ravage, which is might as well just as good. They will have Pudge hitting that hook. H20 might be in trouble. They don't want to waste a Dismember on him right now. But so we have H20 going down right now. A huge team fight breaking out. FCB popping up that BKB right now, but Fury on TV right in. Looks like Puppy has gone down. Ehome.X working it overtime right now. He does have the mana regen from the Hex as well, zipping around right now. We have the art style going down as well. Extra Hobosting, quite a bit of physical damage. There's a Sprout only on himself, and that was a 3-for-2 trade. We have a couple of buyback from coming in from Sentinel right now, but Doom very, very healthy in terms of HP, and looks like Storm Spirit is going to be slowly but surely regenerating his mana, and I think this is high ground for the Sentinel team, and Doom leading the charge. Look at his stacked inventory. Doom, click on him. He's got the Shivas, got the AC, got the BKB, Face Boots and a Vanguard, taking it up like an absolute champ right now. Tree's being summoned as well. This Viper doing whatever he can in terms of defending, but it's going to take a lot more than single Viper. Actually doing quite a bit of good job. He's just orb blocking quite a bit here and there, but there's a Hex or there's a Pig. Are they going to jump on him right now? I don't think they can though. TIE Hunter actually tanking quite a bit of damage. X might in trouble. He's very, very low mana right now. Light of Heaven is going to go down. Is he? Yes, he's going to go down. Meanwhile, still 3 or 4 guys still alive on the Scourge team. They're still focusing on Tower. Tower is going to go down, and I think that should be it. They should just go back right now. 4 stab and TB. Is there going to be the stun? No stun necessary. And PLT is going to just pour it out right in front of Dendy's face because he doesn't have a stun either. And now it is the foreshadowing of defeat for Navi, and the game is going to be, or the tournament so far, the series, excuse me, is going to be 1-up, going into a best of 3 series. Ehome showing some very, very strong performance. And now I don't want to hear any fanboys from Navi be saying, oh man, they only lost because they picked the Pudge. I think throughout the entire game, they had many chances to win, especially some of the mid push where it was very, very close. I think the first mid push looked really strong, forced 3 or 4 buybacks from Ehome. Good move by Ehome from keeping the buyback. The second push was the one that was like, oh no, Ehome had the Aegis. Doom didn't have buyback, and Doom died twice, and that was very, very close. Ehome.X was the Superman there. It looks like they were zipping in straight for the bottom. For the Pudge, and Pudge out of position, got initiated upon. Where the hell? Oh, puppy. Oh, puppy. That was me silently cleaning my pants right now, because it was just a mess down there. Now that wasn't just saving someone's life. That was saving a Rex. That didn't seem like much, but that was saving a Rex. Because I bet you money, if they killed the Pudge, like the entire Ehome team would have been all up in this area right now. But because of Puppy's, that was like his 3rd or 4th save, man. Puppy, why are you so good, sir? And now it looks like we have Navi going on the offensive. If they could pick off 2 or 3, they could go on the high ground. I need to check whether they have buyback gold. Only the Doombringer has it, and only the... I don't think Storm has it. Yeah, only the Doombringer and the Furion have it. And I don't think that's enough, though. Does the Storm still have the Aegis? He does. So, okay, so they basically have 3 buybacks in that essence. It looks like they're going to smoke in. They're going to... Oh, they're looking for a hook. Didn't find anyone. Are they going to go for backdoor? Looks like they're going to... No. They could. There's no rule against backdoors. They really could, and I'm not gonna call foul play because they really could. But looks like they're gonna trade Raxus. No, they're gonna teleport around. Okay, Navi is really looking for some kills right now. Are they gonna run into a ward soon? They haven't ran into any wards just yet. They're gonna try to look for a backstab, and again, if they could hit a hook and isolate maybe on the Doom, they could have it, but 820 lightning reflex on those swaps, so I'm pretty sure 820's is going to be ready in terms of swapping whoever the Pudge hooks. But still, that's going to be a pretty good initiation for the Scourge, for the Sentinel team. Looks like they're going to be backstabbing the entire Scourge team. Can they do right now? Arrow is not going to hit anything. Doombringer now knows they're coming from behind. There's a BKB, there's a Venommancer. Oh, there's a TIE Hunter Ravage though. Storm Spirit working onto Dendy. Dendy is going to be okay because the Illusions getting focused down. Viper doing quite a bit of damage. 820 goes down immediately, and so does 357, which is the Venommancer. But at this point right now, we're going to see Doom on cleanup duty because he's he's actually taking quite a bit of damage. He's going to go fall down to Dendy. No, he's going to be fine. 4-stab style. Meanwhile, we have R-Stab missing a hook right now. And team fight still going on. Looks like the Pudge is finally going to go down. Ehome.X, does he have the Aegis? He used it just right now. He's zipping for the bottom. Bottom very, very low. Is he going to be fine though? Yes. No more mana from Ehome.X. He's trying to TP out. He's going to make it out just fine. Meanwhile, PLT is also going to port home. And that was the end of the team fight because we had Doom getting the tower at the mid lane. And yes, he just ported out just fine as well. So as Ehome.X was chasing, we had the Doom focusing down on the mid racks. And that should be it. I mean, Navi for the last 20 or 25 minutes or so, they've been looking for some ticket into the enemy ground. And they weren't able to do it then, and there's no way they will be doing it now against bigger creeps, against tankier heroes on the enemy side, and the game is as good as won for the Ehome team. So congratulating Ehome for evening the score right now, but they still have a very, very tough road ahead because Navi is looking extremely strong in this tournament. Even though in this game where they had some very questionable Pudge pick, for example, they had very, very good chances of winning the game. Unfortunately, Artsal missed a couple of hooks there, but So very good showing from Navi. Navi, of course, because they're playing for a million, they're not going to just GG out because it's looking really bad. They're going to play it out. Maybe they could get some good hooks. Maybe they could get some isolated kills. Maybe they get some good ganks and try to fight their way back in this game. But that's just really stretching right now. Ehome leading in the gold up to like, yeah. And then I'll check individual golds for now. Buybacks ready on all of their important heroes. And then let's check out how everyone's doing in terms of items. Right here, Radiance being picked up a long time ago. Mystic Staff, or Agamemnon Scepter actually on the Freon, which I actually don't like that build. We have Eagle Horn on the Doom. All right. Okay. I'm mega confused. Yes, Eagle Horn gives you very nice damage. Excuse me, what he's really looking for, in my opinion, he was looking for the plus 30 agility for that armor, which gives you pretty decent armor. The 30% evasion is huge, absolutely huge, against physical DPS of the Potom and Viper. Yes, you could stack more armor, but I think getting evasion in this case, plus 30% evasion, will give you a lot more survivability in that case. So pretty smart item build up in my opinion. Looks like they're trying to get something. They're gonna go for the mid racks. The Scourge team doesn't really care about losing the mid racks, in my opinion, this much. If they could win a team fight and go right on the enemy base. It really depends on who uses up their buyback and who doesn't have the buyback. We have a swap coming in from Hovos. We have a blink from the Tyrant in position though, but this Potom is going to go down. They lost so much DPS. Does Hovo has buyback though? I don't think he does. And now Doombringer and Stormstrider on cleanup duty right now. Pudge in trouble. Viper gets doomed, so he can't do too much damage. And here comes Crystal doing so much damage. Stormstrider zips in right now just for cleanup duty right now. You can see everyone on the Sentinel team just dying. PLT comes in and they're going to polish off Puppey, and Dandy also in trouble. Dandy's going to be the first one to go down. Puppey's going to be the second one to go down. Viper finally buys back in the game, but that, I mean, in my opinion, just a waste of buyback. The entire Scourge team is going to go to the mid lane, as we see actually PLT already on the bot lane trying to start output push. Dandy in position to scare him off for now. But I mean, 10 charges on the Urn, he can heal up his entire team if he wants to. Or are they going to go back for the third incarnation of Roshan? That would have been the safer choice, but I think right now everyone, including Ehome, understand that they don't even need it. They could just go straight to the bot racks and finish it right now, because we have 3 guys still dead. Quite a long respawn timer for that Potom as well. They have good 10, 15, 20 seconds to take down this tower. One more hit. There you go. Ooh, good hook from 357, but a great swap there as well. Or force tap, excuse me. They're gonna focus down on the Pudge. Pudge very low HP. Pudge is gonna go down. Yes, Pudge is gonna go down. Doombringer picks up an unstoppable streak, and now he's gonna just tank up the entire damage that's thrown on him. He doesn't even care that Viper is being focused on him, and he's gonna just focus out on the melee racks. Nothing the Sentinel could do about it at this point. And that's a second line of racks being taken down. And the Scourge team backing off, playing very safe. I think in most cases, he could have just swung top and just got the kill right, got the racks right there. But they don't need to take an unnecessary, unnecessary risk when they really, you know, the game's in their hands. So just gonna play very safe. Hovo's actually going in very aggressively. You gotta be careful of the Hex on X right now. Hex on X, low. But yeah, they could just really escape very easily. Potom's still chasing aggressively. There's an arrow. It's gonna miss. And the Stormstrider is gonna TP out right now. I think the Scourge could just go back for the Roshan and then get that La Fromage. Put it on maybe the Storm Spirit and then get the Aegis on the Storm Spirit. Either combination is going to be completely fine. 820, by the way, playing absolutely brilliantly this game. I haven't said too much about his play, but he initiated last game, or every fight was really initiated by him in terms of swapping in either Dandy, swapping in either the Potom. He correctly isolated the highest DPS hero on the enemy team, swapped them in, and made his team's initiation a lot easier. He's doing the thing that Artsao should have been doing. Artsao should have been hooking the Doom. Artsao should have been hooking maybe Venomancer or the Furion. Those are the heroes that Artsao should have been hooking in and should have been initiating in. But it was 820's Venge swaps that is really making the team fight a lot easier for Ehome. I think that if 820 didn't get those key swaps in, this would have been a totally different game. We might even see Ehome losing right now. But their incarnation of Roche being taken by the Scourge team. Sentinel just have to defend their base right now. Look at the creep lines, really aggressive on their base. And now it's like Stormstrider is picking up the Aegis of Immortal. Cheese, the La Fromage. Does Freon has it right now? Nope. Yeah, Eagle Horn Butterfly being claimed by both these non-agility heroes, but hey, it makes sense. Agility, armor, very good survival items in the late game because they already have really good HP. You could get more armor or more HP, but getting evasion really increase your effective HP by a huge amount in this case here. Viper just got a kill on Doombringer, but Doom just buys back because he's mega rich. Checking on the gold. Ooh, no one has gold right now, which can be a little bit of dangerous, but it doesn't matter too much. I mean, even if, let's say, the next team fight, the entire Scourge team dies here, at most, the Sentinel is going to take one lane of racks. And they can't even take the second lanes of racks because we have the towers up on all the sides lanes. So Ehome is really safe in right now. So that's why they felt safe enough to spend all their buyback gold in terms of buying the next items and try to win this team fight right now. Actually, A20 picking up the cheese, which is not bad because he actually has been dying after the swap every fight. And keeping your Venge alive gives your team so much CPS through that aura, and also being able to cast more stuns, more tears, which is never a bad thing as well. Let's see. Ooh, there's a hook coming in from the A20. A20 is gonna get. Let's see where's the storm. Where's the storm? Storm needs to be in right now. A20 is not dead because he has a cheese, and here comes a huge ravage. FCB gets stunned right now, but Stormster is still in the middle of everything. Doombringer picks up Dandy. Dandy buys back immediately. Potom forced to leap up, and that is the BKB Potom. I think A20 finally goes down, but this Doom's still alive. Look at how tanky he is. Look at how much damage he's doing right now. He does that 30% evasion and means so much right now. Dandy actually still in the thick of things, doing so much damage. He's gonna go down through the raw focus fire of the PLT of the FCB and 357. Meanwhile, X getting the triple kill, and that's the game, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 of the grand final goes to Ehome, evening out series in a 1-to-1 fashion, and Navi needs to go back to the drawing board. A lot of money on the line, as you know, a million. I almost said 1,000 on the line, but yes, Dire claiming this game. Ehome evening it 1-1. Hope you guys enjoy this long drawn out commentary. I will be bringing you game 2, game 3, game 4, game 5, whatever amount of games is left. I will be bringing you those games as well. Maybe not in the near future, but eventually I will bring you those games. So let me know, because this is my first time controlling a Dota 2 replay. I'm not, most expert in those controls, but this was a very exciting game. So I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary as well. And until next time, this is Luminous signing off. GG, guys.